Well, we all wondered how the Liberty Flames would follow up their biggest win in school history at Baylor a week ago. Questions answered here at Williams Stadium tonight as Liberty comes away with a 58-17 win over Morehead State alongside Matt Kamiri, the offensive lineman, the brains of the outfit. My name is Nick Pierce. Here on the field at Williams Stadium after the big win for the Flames, and what a night it was, Matt, for the offense. These guys come out here and they put up over 500 yards again tonight.
They did, Nick. The offense, we saw what they could do last week against Baylor. We were, like you mentioned, we were all wondering what the offense would do. They picked up where they left off. Coach Daly and the offensive staff came in here. They got their guys right between the ears, like we always like to say. They were focused, ready for Morehead State, and they came out with a very similar game plan. Now, they wanted to run the ball a little better than they did, but they were successful both in the air and on the ground, though.
Yeah, they had two backs, well over 5 yards per carry tonight, rushing the football, nearly 200 yards rushing. Let's go back here to the first quarter. Early on, it only took the Flames a minute 13 to get on the scoreboard. Touchdown pass to B.J. Farrow. His first action of the year. Eligibility issues cleared up late in the week. Did not play at Baylor, but he played and he had a big impact here tonight.
He did. 6 receptions. 6 targets and 6 receptions, Nick. 177 yards, 3 touchdowns. BJ was great to see him back on the field. What I love about this wide receiver squad, or the Airborne Corps, I think is what Coach Kyle DeArmond calls them, is this next man up mentality. And we've heard that the past few years from this team on the offense. It's next man up mentality. Antonio Gandy-Golden had a great game last game. And now B.J. Farrow comes out and, can't give enough credit to Buckshot Calvert as well. He did a great job finding his guys again tonight against Morehead State.
Yeah, then the Flames defensively forced a 3-and-out on the first drive for Morehead State. Second drive for the Flames, it was Damian King getting involved. We saw a lot of different guys catch touchdowns here tonight as well. And Damian King on this touchdown run after the catch was just unbelievable.
It was incredible. I was blinking at
it's
the
a
end
little
of the
juke
play.
stick.
He
right
did.
There.
It looked like a Madden play. I tell you what, Damian King is one of the fastest guys on the team. He's got some of the best vision on the team. The way he made the safety spin around, sort of do a 360 on the field, trying to figure out where he was going to go was just incredible. The guy's playing at a high level right now.
Touchdown made it 14-0. A little later in the first quarter, Jalen McKinney comes up with his first career interception. Defense showing up here to play as well.
Defense did. They were talking about how we're going to stop the run game. We really want to focus on that. They were able to do that for the most part tonight. A quarterback like Lawson Page for Morehead State's going to get his throws, going to be able to make plays downfield. But overall, the defense played really well. We saw a lot of pressure up the middle from the linebackers, and we saw the guys on the D-ends, of course, flying around.
Yeah, and of course, Morehead State would get on the board with a field goal in the second quarter, but then Buckshot Calvert, early second quarter, finds B.J. Farrow with a 76-yard bomb. Puts the Flames up 31-3, and this thing was pretty much over.
It was. I tell you what, clicking on all cylinders is probably the most cliche way I can say it. Offense comes out, they just play. I think their first several touchdowns, maybe 3 touchdowns, were all under a minute. With time of possession, those guys were flying around on offense. And you can't give enough credit. I mentioned Buckshot Calvert, but the offensive line, those 5 guys played at a very high level tonight as well. Gave up 1 sack, 6 tackles for loss, but that can always be cleaned up. Those guys are playing, I've said it tons of times tonight, high-level football. Those 5 guys up front are definitely a part of that as well.
Flames go on to win it 58-17. Buckshot Calvert in the first half, that's only played tonight, Matt. 281 yards passing, 5 touchdown passes here tonight, and 13 of 21 as well. After the game, we had a chance to catch up with the sophomore QB, some of the other Flames and head coach Turner Gill.
We just had to execute the game plan. And, we took shots downfield and receivers came up with the ball. You can't really ask for much more as a quarterback when you complete a lot of deep balls down the field. The receivers did a great job getting open and finding windows and, catching the ball when it's time to finish.
It was just great to see our offense continue to be working on all cylinders. It was good to see them get off to a great start. Execution was very, very good. They made some plays, maybe were a little bit running around a little bit as far as the buckshot and finding some open receivers. It's great to see that, and then still having to be accurate in making those throws. So it's good to see that.
It feels great, just keep putting in the work and in practice, going hard every day and staying in the playbook. It all came out today.
Flames win at 58-17 over Morehead State. Matt, we've been talking all about the offense, the offensive line. I know you like to do that, but let's talk about this defense here a little bit as well. They gave up north of 500 yards last week at Baylor. Wasn't perfect tonight. There were a few penalties, especially in the first half, but overall, you got to be pleased with the effort here, and certainly there was improvement.
Absolutely. They gave up 300 yards tonight, 67 plays. The defense has really come around. You know, I love watching the defensive line. You know, the way Coach Singletary coaches his guys up front, and that's the heartbeat of the defense. We always talk about maybe the linebackers being it, but on this team, I truly believe that it's the defensive front. Those guys lead the way. Can't say enough about Greg's story and how he's, you know, completely changed his physique to play the position better, interior defensive lineman. Solomon McGinty, these guys, Ryan Davis, are just leading the way as the backers, and Chris Turner, can't say enough about him as a DB at the cornerback position. Those guys all came in support tonight. It's just incredible to see how Coach Wimbo can take them from that performance last week, giving up 500 yards to Baylor, mind you,
right,
and coming in tonight and having them concrete, great game plan in for them.
Yeah, no doubt. And so turning our sights now to next week, Liberty will have Indiana State here at Williams Stadium. This is a team that the Flames went up there and lost to the Sycamores in Terre Haute, Indiana 2 years ago. Indiana State off to an 0-2 start after getting dropped by Tennessee today. What are you expecting here next week from the Flames?
I expect the Flames to be ready, but I also expect Indiana State to be ready as well. Indiana State plays in the toughest FCS conference in the country. They have a tough schedule every single year. They're going to be ready to play here. They know what happened 2 years ago when we were at Terre Haute, and the Flames do as well, though. And we all know that we should have went in there and taken a game from them. So they're going to be thinking that today. They want to get on the W. They want to get a W on the board for their schedule. So I expect, you know, the Flames just to, again, just stay in that midseason form that they look like they're in. Between the ears, as we like to say, the mentality of this team is midseason form. They're focused in. They're not making crucial mistakes. We see flags here and there. These guys are really focused, and I love watching it.
Well, that'll be next Saturday, 6 p.m. kickoff right here at Williams Stadium. Gates open at 4:30, but for now, the Flames will savor the taste of victory here in Lynchburg tonight. 58-17, Liberty a winner over Morehead State. For Matt Camary, my name is Nick Pierce for the Liberty Flames Sports Network.